then give it a value, then say num2, give it a value, then say num3, give it a value, right? So I'm gonna write a program that's gonna calculate the sum of the two numbers and also the sum of the three numbers using what the overloaded functions, right? So from here, just because like I didn't want to ask the user to enter those values, I just assigned them straight to line 7, where I just declared the variables and assigning the values same time, right? So from there, I just want to create the functions, two functions to represent an overloaded functions there, so that I can able to calculate the sum of the two numbers and also the sum of what of the three numbers. Then from here, when we are done, then we straight to the questions there. Okay, so this one and this thing, you must know that an overloaded functions, it has the same function name, right? But it can have same numbers of the parameters, right? So it can have same number of the parameters unless it contain different variable types. Okay, so now the function name, I'm just gonna say sum. Then here I'm just gonna say int num1. Then I'm just gonna write p just to denote that it's a parameter, and also to make sure that the variable that I'm using on the function header there, it is not the same as the one that I'm using in the main function, right? So okay, so I just declared my header there, right? So that's my function header, right? So now I can also do what? I can also do my another what? My another function header there. Okay. So is there anyone who wanna ask a question? Okay, if there is no one that wanna ask the question, then it's fine. So I just wanted to separate this thing, but I think let me just do everything here. So this is the sum. This question is just gonna do what? It's just gonna return the sum of the two numbers there, right? So this is what this function is gonna do. Just gonna return the sum of the two numbers. Then now I'm writing again another function that's gonna do what? That's gonna do the sum of the three numbers in there. So num1 p, num2 p, int num3 p. So as I said before, the p, I'm just denoting that is a parameter, and also I don't want those variables to be the same as the one that I declared there in the main function there. So this one also is just gonna calculate the sum, but this one, instead of calculating the sum of the two numbers, it's just gonna calculate the sum of what? The sum of the three numbers there. Okay. Okay, so this is what the quick example that I was talking about. The first function is the one that's going to calculate the sum of the two numbers. The second one, the sum of the three numbers. So this thing is representing what? An overloaded function, because overloaded function, they share what? They share the function name, right? As I said before, they share the function name, and also they can't do what? They can't contain the same numbers of parameters and also the same variable type, right? They can only contain the same numbers of parameters unless they contain different variable type there. Because other than that, the compiler will not know which class to call. If now we have integer, 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 then we did not include the third parameter there. So it means when you are calling the function, then the compiler will not know where to pass the value because the header is the same, you see. So the code it won't run. You see, because we declared the same functions there with the same headers, with the same numbers, with the same number of parameters, and also with the same variable type. So that one is not allowed. So here I'm gonna show you how to call a function. So here I'm just gonna say calling a function, right? So here calling a function, I can just do this thing same time. Just say cout the sum. So far before I can even call a function, is there anyone with a question on how the functions work? Especially the function that the two functions that I wrote from line 5 to line 12. So do you guys understand what that function is doing? And also do you understand what is a parameter? Then what the return type is doing?
Yes,
Severe,
yes.
do you get
Uh,
it?
yeah, just line number 7 there. I think it's gonna, when you run it, it's gonna give you an error, or when you build, actually. Line number 7 should be return num1p, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I think, yeah, you see, you're checking.
Mm.
You're checking. I'm checking. Here, yeah, he's gonna give an error. You're correct.
I think also line number
Okay.
16. I think
Line number what?
16.
Okay. So, you are suggesting what on that line?
I think it should be num1p, num1p, num2p, num3p. I'm not sure, but I believe so.
Line six,
Or did you
line
declare
16.
them differently? Yes, 1 6.
No, that one is fine because
Okay, okay. Now I
um,
think I
you
understand now. Yeah.
see, yeah, it's like those numbers. They can be the same, the one in the main function or also the one outside the function. So it's like
Oh yeah.
when you are when you are outside the main function, like num1 is in inaccessible. You get me?
Yes.
So you can access it. So now I'm just gonna call the function the sum of the two numbers. Okay. Then here I'm just gonna display the sum. So displaying the sum of the two numbers, I'm just gonna call the first function there. You see, then I'm just gonna pass num1, num2. Then there you can just end my line. So the return statement will return the sum of those two numbers to this line. You get me? So from that, I'm just gonna call what do you call this? I'm just gonna call also the the second function. So the second function, I just need to add the third argument there. See here, it means I just have to say num3. Okay, so in here instead of say the sum of the two numbers, I can just say the sum of three. Right? So this how this thing is gonna work, calling the function, displaying the values. So let's build the program and see. Okay, just waiting for the output, waiting for the output, waiting for the output. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, this is our output. You see, This is the sum of the two numbers. This is the sum of the three numbers. You see that here on line 16, you were wrong when you were saying it's supposed to be it has to be supposed to have p's. You see. Okay. What's happening here? Okay, so then this is what we had as our output then, right? So okay, fine.